Hopefully by now you've heard about the Google Business Profile GBP negative one-star review extortion scams that have been plaguing the platform for over a year now. Well, this isn't really a new scam, it's just a new iteration of it. So when this scam initially started, what was happening was people were creating social media accounts so they could message businesses, predominantly on Facebook, offering to sell them fake positive reviews. Once the business responded and stated that they were not interested, that's when they would attack them with negative one-star reviews as a way to get the business to hire them and pay them. Well, a few years ago, Google unveiled a new feature with GBP to allow businesses to accept text messaging directly to the platform. Well, this made it easier for these scammers because now they no longer had to create a social media profile. Now they could just text the business directly with whatever messaging app that they were using. So, don't know how well that was working, but somehow it morphed into what we have now, where they go to the Google Business Profile for random businesses, and there's been no rhyme or reason to it whatsoever from that I can see. They're going all over the globe, and what they're doing is they're hitting them with like anywhere from 3 to 5 negative one-star reviews, and then they message them and say, "Hey, your competitor hired us to hit you with 30 to 40 one-star reviews. We don't want to do it as long as you pay us, and then we'll also change those negative reviews into positive reviews for you." Well, because of the fact that this is happening across the globe, whether it be Australia, the United Kingdom, the United States, Google has actually launched what is called the merchant extortion form, where you can go and report this extortion attack, and Google goes in and removes the reviews within 24 to 48 hours. No harm, no fuss, no foul. Well, that's what I thought until I saw a comment on this subreddit, and that was from Background Gift 8842, where they stated that Google's told them that they're having a review block put on their profile for 6 to 8 months. So this means that for 6 to 8 months, they're not able to get reviews, and they did nothing wrong. They were attacked, and now Google's saying, "Sorry, we're just going to keep it locked for a while." Well, this thread's quite interesting. I replied back to it, and somebody who was all butthurt by an assessment I did on their competitor they suspected was engaged in fraudulent review activity, decided to chime in. That user is Average Inside. If you want to take a look at this thread and the exchange between Average Inside and myself, please do. I think it's quite hysterical. Grab some popcorn because I think it's fun to watch. Now this person allowed me to live rent-free in their head and kept coming back, posting comments. So I can't remember when the last time I actually responded to them, but they felt the need to come in out of the blue and leave comments, and then go almost 22 hours between their last comment and the comment that they posted last night to reincite this whole thing. So anyway, go and check it out. But let me get back to this person. Goes by the Background Gift 8842. Well, they had posted in the Google My Business subreddit. Now, prior to Google calling in this product Google Business Profile, or GBP, it used to be Google My Business, or GMB. And it was that way for a long time. So that's why the subreddit is named that. They can't change it. There is a Google Business Profile subreddit ran by somebody else, but it's not the same caliber, but I digress. But anyway, so here we have this business that's saying that they can't get reviews for 6 to 8 months. So 6 to 8 months for doing nothing wrong, and they are now being penalized. And the reason why I say penalized is because every year BrightLocal puts out a review data survey and study. And what we notice is that review recency matters in consumer decision making. So right now, 24% are looking for reviews that were posted within the past month. That's actually down 3%. It's down from 27% last year to 24%. So the other thing that we've noticed is an increase in reviews that were posted within the past week. That's now at 18%, whereas last year was at 11%. Uh, Consumers want to see reviews that were in the past 3 months. That's at 17%, whereas last year it was at 21%. And another interesting increase was reviews written within the past 2 weeks is now at 14% compared to 9% last year. So review recency does matter in decision buying process. So this business is going to go 6 to 8 months. Well, when you look, only 10% of consumers are looking for reviews within the 6 months. So if you're not going to have reviews within 6 months, consumers aren't going to care about your reviews, and so the people that would potentially use this business that are reading reviews are going to go elsewhere. But there's also another double whammy to this, and that's a case study done by Joy Hawkins with Sterling Sky, where she was looking at the rankings for one of their clients and noticed that they weren't ranking at all, and they actually lost rankings. And so she asked them, says, what was going on prior to this dip? And they said, oh, well, we were offering our employees gift cards if they would get reviews. And so they stopped that, and so their rankings tanked. And so when they started emphasizing the push to get reviews, their rankings actually started to improve, and it took about 2 months. So this is from April 25th through June 10th, and you can see that they, went from reds to light yellows and greens. So all that to be said is that there is definitely a ranking benefit with review recency. Not only are consumers looking for recent reviews, but Google's actually rewarding businesses that are consistently getting new reviews. So, and a lot of people think that Google Business Profile reviews are based upon who has the most reviews and who has the highest rating. Well, this study and another study put out by Darren Shaw really show and highlight how review recency is really important for rankings. And Google's actually turned up the dial on review recency. So going months without reviews actually is going to drop your visibility while other people are going to completely leapfrog you. So that's why this is infuriating to me, that this business is going to be completely penalized for something that was outside of their control. Now, there are businesses that deserve to have review blocks, but Google handles review blocks completely differently from case to case to case. So here, Search Engine Roundtable covered how Google emailed the business advising them that reviews have been turned off for their business. Now, this business was caught caught with buying fake reviews. Google removed a bunch and then told them, hey, you're not going to get reviews for the next 30 days. And then they put a warning for consumers, letting them know that this business actually was caught with having suspicious reviews. So kind of like some alert. But this only lasted for 30 days. So only 30 days, and our guy is getting hit with something, getting hit longer. Now, I was able to find the business, and so here's how some of the messaging appears for them, showing that suspicious high-rated reviews were recently removed. I was able to figure it out based upon the screenshot that I saw. I knew it was a cannabis dispensary in Massachusetts, and I saw how many reviews they had, and I also saw the beginning of the city name, so I was able to find it. Not a good blurring job, but I was able to find it. But that's who I am. I'm inquisitive. That's how I got to be in this field. Is I like puzzles, and I like trying to solve them, and I like trying to dig in, and I want to see. So that's that. Now, the same person that shared that message about one of these GBPs being hit with that warning, and we're going to get reviews for 30 days. They also posted that they saw an email where business was warned about having fake and incentivized reviews found on their business profile. But what I want to highlight is Google says if we continue to find fake or incentivized reviews that attempt to increase your star rating, this may lead to restrictions being applied to your profile. May lead to restrictions. They're not being restricted, right? So if they we're giving out discounts or free goods or money in exchange for reviews, which is a policy violation, Google, of course, removed all the reviews dating back to whenever they had evidence of this, but they never penalized this business. They just said, we may penalize you. So how fair is it for Google to sit there and tell this one business that not only did they get hit with a negative review attack, but they're going to lose the ability to get reviews for 6 to 8 months. But people who actually willfully broke the terms of service, whether they were bond reviews or incentivizing reviews, one business loses the ability to get reviews for 30 days, and the other may be penalized in the future if they do it again. That doesn't seem fair. What are your thoughts on this?